Danger! Environmental breach detected. Please go to the nearest exit.
Nemesis Lockdown is a faithful adaptation of the board game. Our goal was to recreate the dark, thrilling atmosphere that we know from the physical version of the title. Interaction with other players is the greatest strength of Nemesis Lockdown. However, before we start the adventure, just like the original Nemesis, this is a fully turn-based game. Hover the top edge of your screen. The game is divided into 15 rounds. We start at round 15, and as the game progresses, we approach round 1. Every round is divided into 2 phases. Player's phase, when you and the rest of the crew can do actions, and event phase, when intruders move, kill, and other things happen that are out of our control, like panic or fire outbreaks. At the beginning of the game, you get 2 random objectives. Objectives can be corporate or personal. You don't need to fulfill both of them. When the first intruder appears, you must decide which one you want to accomplish. Objectives can consist of 1 or more quests. For example, an objective called Collect the Evidence consists of 2 quests: Send Signal and Gain 6 Knowledge. Right-click on any quest. If you have no clue how to accomplish any quest, this panel will help you anytime during the game. You can see the tips not only for your specific quest, but any quest available in Nemesis Lockdown. Close the quest panel. In the 3D view, you have access to all interactive objects. By holding the Tab button, you can highlight all interactive elements. Okay, hold down Tab. Hold down the right mouse button and rotate the camera. Perfect! By holding Tab and rotating the camera, you can easily see all the interactive objects in the current room. To see the entire base, you must go to the tactical map. Open the tactical map. The tactical map is one of the most important panels in the game. It consists of tons of useful information that will. The base is divided into 3 sections. Section 1 is on the surface. The higher the section number, the deeper it is underground. To move between the sections, you can use staircases, but remember, they are always in darkness. The elevator is a much safer option. If it is powered up, you can use it, avoiding unnecessary danger. One of the most crucial elements in the game is power supply management. All sections where the power is on are marked in blue. Power management is one of the most crucial mechanics in the game, so it will be. The map contains 16 slots for random rooms divided into 2 categories. Hover your mouse over the right edge. Rooms in the first category are necessary to fulfill the objectives, so their number equals the number of slots on the map. We are sure they will be available during every session. Rooms in the second category are not necessary to complete the objectives, so the number of slots on the map is not enough to discover. The tactical map is a very broad topic. We will come back to it later. Now, please go back to the. Every single event in the game is an action. If you are attacking an intruder, using interactive objects, or even moving, you are performing actions. The key element to understanding the game is found in action cards. Please open your deck. That's right. In the current window, you can access all of your action cards divided into 3 decks: pending deck, cards in hand, and discarded deck. Now we can see the cards in our hand. This is our default pile of cards that we can use to perform actions. If you hover over any action, you should see the description and detailed requirements. The green color indicates that the action meets the requirements. Additionally, action cards are sorted so that usable cards are displayed on the When we use action cards, they go to the discard pile. Please open the discard pile. As you can see, there is no card here yet. This is because you have not taken any action. Now, please select the pending. From this pile, we draw up to 5 cards at the beginning of each round. The exception is the isolation room, where you are currently in. In the isolation room, you always draw 1 additional card. Action cards are distributed automatically, so there is no chance of making any mistakes. Close the panel by clicking anywhere outside of the... The only available doors are locked, so if you want to go to the next room, you must destroy them. Destroy the door using the action card. Now, please focus on the circle around the character. Double-click on the selected corridor. As you already know, you can perform actions directly from action cards, just like you destroyed the door. But you can also use action cards as a payment method. In this case, it doesn't matter what actions stand on them. The only thing that matters is the number of cards that you need to pay. If you pay 1 action card during a move action, you perform a standard move. Pay 1 action card. As you can see, the noise token has been spawned in the selected corridor. If someone generates a second noise token If the room has a loot box, the item counter shows a positive value, and we have a search card, we can perform the Perform search action. If you are looting in a white room, you can choose any type of item you prefer. Select the yellow one. Whenever you loot, you get 2 random items to choose from. You can pick up only one of them. Please select the toolbox. Move carefully to another room. In the case of careful movement, not the dice, but you will decide where the noise token will be placed. Pay 2 action cards. The first person who explores the nest room always gets 1 knowledge. Certain knowledge levels give characters access to broader options from the action cards or items. Open the weakness panel. During the game, you will have the possibility to discover and exploit 3 weaknesses. This represents the crew gradually gaining insight into the life form that infests the facility. To be able to use the weakness, 2 conditions must be met. And the second, at this point, importantly, weaknesses are dealt with automatically. For example, when you attack with a flamethrower and vulnerability to fire is enabled, we automatically deal 1 more damage. Close the weakness panel. Stealing the egg requires 2 action cards. You have only 1 card in hand. The only way to perform this action is to wait until the next round. In the next round, you will get up to 5 cards from the pending deck. Then you will have enough cards to perform the Steal the Egg action. If you spend all your action cards, your character will pass automatically. In this case, we want to pass with 1 card in hand. Press the Pass button. Now you have 2 options. You can keep any card and use it in the next round, or discard any selected card and wait for new ones at the beginning of the next round. Pass without discarding any card.
Attention, intruder movement detected. Power failure in elevator. Event codename Kickstopper. Increased intruders activity.
You just survived your first event phase. If you miss anything, you can always come back to the event phase and see what happened. Select the event phase from the timeline. On the left-hand side, you have access to every single step. All of them are self-explanatory, so you can analyze them anytime during the game. Please close the event phase. Now you have enough cards to perform the Steal the Egg action. By examining the egg in the lab, we will not only increase our knowledge level, but also discover new intruder weaknesses. Steal the Egg. As you noticed, we just performed a noise roll. Noise rolls are performed not only while moving, but in many different situations in the game. For example, in the nest, isolation room, or the event phase. Let's move to another room.
Oh my god!
The result of the noise roll was danger, which has a special effect. If intruders are not engaged in combat, decoy them from all neighboring rooms, including the room you're coming from. Remember, fulfilling the objective does not guarantee you victory. At the very beginning of the game, you have to start planning how you want to survive. We have several options to survive. Lock yourself in a bunker, that is, outside of the base. Launch yourself with the Cargo Send System, commonly known as CSS. Or lock yourself in an isolation room. Open the contingency panel. We don't know what will happen at the end of the game, but we know all possibilities. Why is that so important? For example, if the contingency is to kill all, you can discover the final scenario by deduction, revealing contingencies one by one. One of the options to reveal the contingency is performing peek at contingency action in the alert room. One way to survive is to escape by CSS pods. As you can see, CSS pods are launching only in certain rounds. This information we know from the beginning. The 3 available CSS starts in a particular round, under 1 CSS. Of course, you can take a chance, but if you enter the wrong pod, you will suffer a serious wound. Perform schedule CSS action.
Attention, intruder movement detected. Event codename, Fire in the Hole. Queen activity detected.
Let's move to another room. Each time we enter an unexplored room, one of 6 exploration tokens is drawn. Door, malfunction, danger, silence, slime, and fire. All of them execute different scenarios. For example, a door that just was drawn closes the door. Analyze the egg. Good job! You not only discovered the second weakness, but also gained enough knowledge to take advantage of it. From now on, you will deal 1 more damage during every attack with the flamethrower or thermite charge. Let's move to another room.
Attention, intruder movement detected. Event codename, Bulkheads open. Creeper evolved into breeder.
We finally got to the backup power supply. From this place, you can activate and reorganize power tokens. Open the tactical map. As you noticed, the power system is connected to every section of the base. Each section is connected. On the timeline, you should see the power shortages. Power shortages take place during the event phase. The next Restoring power action does 3. The second thing is enabling up to 2 power. And lastly, you can freely reorganize the power token. Close the tab. Perform restore power action.
No way. Gotcha. Very well.
Restoring power.
Let's move to the elevator entrance. We just powered up the elevator, but there is one more issue. The elevator entrance is broken, and we need to fix it.
Personally, I think it's not a good idea.